I was alerted by my colleague in advocacy who told me about this. Now, this came from Jolly Good Ginger, and it is a hell of a story. Here it is.
Meet Sheena. About 30 days ago, Sheena took her BMW in to Auto Performance Center in Garner, North Carolina to get her brakes replaced. Well, there was an issue and she had to take her car back. And you're not going to believe what she caught them saying on her phone when she left it recording in the waiting room. Long story short, last week her brake light came on and she just had them replace at Auto Performance Center. So she called them up and they told her it's probably the rain making the sensors go off. She waits a few days, the sensor doesn't go off. She calls back in and speaks to the operation manager, Jamie. Jamie says they put aftermarket brake sensors on the BMW. Sheena wasn't aware of this and was unhappy. So on July 24th, she took her car back in to find out why the brake light was on. She was sitting in the waiting room and went outside to smoke. But when she left her phone in the seat recording.
What?
Now what happens next is her phone records Jamie, the operations manager, having a conversation with the mechanics at Auto Performance Center about Sheena's car.
So we do front or rear brakes on hers?
Rear.
So she needs a new one?
It's rubbed through on the rim.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with us.
What happened?
She rubbed it through on her rim.
But if we put it on there, we didn't secure it properly. Yeah, that's on us. All right.
That's not the biggie. I mean, they were looking for an opportunity, some wiggle room to get out of doing the right thing here. Couldn't find the opening. There's more. Here it is.
I know you want to rub it in her face, but...
Damn, I wanted to, so. Well, I was gonna let Carlos do it, but yeah.
This is not even the bad part yet. But did you hear what they said? We were hoping it was the front because they worked on her rear brakes. So if the light was on because of the front sensor, they could be like, that's not our fault. And that's why he said to Jamie, the operations manager, I know you wanted to rub it in her face, but... And Jamie said, yeah, I really wanted to. Well, I was going to let Carlos do it, but yeah. Like they're actively plotting against her. But listen what happens next. Trigger warning, racial slurs.
I peeked through the rim, the first thing I see is this on the rim of the water.
You told me it was probably gonna be messed up.
That or the front sensor. Like I said,
Which was hoping it was going to be a front sensor.
there's two of them on the car, rear and front.
Hoping it was going to be a front sensor, but I bet we even touched that.
Yeah.
She came in here. Your boss lady in the purple. I was about to be like, yo, smells like weed.
Now that we got.
Yep, you heard that correctly. They said that Sheena came in with an attitude and said to Jamie, yo, boss lady in the purple. So Jamie wanted to say, yo, N-word that smells like you heard.
Why go racist? Why show your racist bias? The woman is a paying customer. She's a patron. Of course, she's upset. She did not seem to be disrespectful based on your own narrative. She was upset because she just paid for a service and all of a sudden there's something wrong with her vehicle again. And according to the narrative, you all did not tell her you put aftermarket brakes, but there's more. Here it is.
Now, the woman you heard say the N-word was Jamie Smith. She was the operations manager. But after Sheena posted that video on her social media and it got about 100,000 views, the operations manager, Jamie, was fired. The technician that she was talking to who said, oh, he wishes it was the front sensor, he was also fired, but we don't know his name. But I just want to make sure that Jamie Smith here has a lot of trouble finding employment anywhere else. So that's why I'm sharing Sheena's story. Since Jamie and all her friends in the shop thought it was hilarious to use the N-word, I think it'll be hilarious seeing who hires Jamie next.
Racism don't pay, all right? Don't play with it. Don't play around it. If you are engaged in a conversation and all of a sudden that conversation goes racist, you may want to tip the hell up out of there because you never know. May be listening. All right. Jeff, the reason why this is a problem is because let's just say there is an adverse thing that happens to this individual, right? Something's wrong with the car, something did not get repaired, something else got broken. All of a sudden, you have evidence of potential bias and circumstantially, you have evidence that they had a motive to do so because they did not like this person's race. This is a problem when black folk go pay a company to give them a professional service. Thoughts?
Well, for those who may not know what intersectionality is, this is a very good case of that. A Black woman was treated that way because of her perceived race and her gender identity and expression. So what came along with that was accusations of her smelling like weed, which, by the way, whether she did or did not smell like weed, we know that Black and white people sell and smoke weed or sell and use drugs at very similar rates. But since it's a Black woman, she got the stigma of that drug. So intersectionality right there. Black woman being treated in such a way in an auto parts, not auto parts place, but where they're fixing her car.
Yeah.
So lesson learned right there for them.
There you go. Once again, PSA.